Boom! Good afternoon from the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. Getting a little warm out, but still not bad for August in Texas. We went for like a 91-mile ride today. It was perfect. What I want to share with you today, there's been some videos out floating around about it. It was a new release at the 2021 SHOT Show, and this is the Umarex Komplete, Komplete, NCR NitroAir. And we're going to look at it this way. We're going to bring it back around this way, show the back side, see if I can do this without hitting this chain. And we're going to bring it back up this way. Has a very unusual grip thing, and I like it this way. And we're going to come down here. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is there is no regular sights on it, so you're going to have a scope. So moving right along, this can be had in 177 or 22 caliber, and the 177 pops out about 1,075 feet per second, and the 22 caliber is going to roll off at about 950. Now the overall length of the gun is going to be about 41 and a half inches. And then the barrel length will be 23.60. I don't know where they come up with that weird stuff. And the airwell weight is 5 pounds. This thing is very, very light. Now, this thing shoots from a pre-charged, and it's pre-charged to 3,600 psi. Nitrogen cartridge, not CO2, but nitrogen. So these will not be as affected by cold, nearly as affected by cold like CO2s would be. And I believe this thing said it puts out a 1,500 pound, whatever regulated for each shot. And it does come with this scope. We're going to talk about that. These rings, you get 2 magazines and a little O-ring. Now, it does have the silencer, supposedly technology on the end of it. And on the very bottom, and I guess you use a screwdriver to do this, it's going to be hard to see. And I've heard some guys right here, it's a little, let me turn it this way, see, yeah, right there, this top hole. It's the degassing tool, and you're going to turn it counterclockwise if you want to degas your power source. I've heard some people claim it leaked a little bit when they first got it, and all they did was tighten up the degassing area, and it stopped, just like that. So when we look at this, the way it's going to, let's talk about some stuff first. It's got a good rubbery butt pad, very solid polymer stock. I love this grip. It's got this stippling along here on each side. I don't know if you can, there you go. And now, the trigger guard appears to be plastic. And I'm going to add on cord on that trigger itself. It does have a slide lock safety. So if it goes to your right, you're in safe. Push it back out to your left, you're in fire mode. Moving further on down the rifle, you have a very interesting side cocking lever that you can pretty much just flip it out, bring it down till it clicks, push it forward and fire. Now, a little further down, there's little buttons. There's one on each side of this thing, and I have a dummy one. So to power it up, you're going to press on those buttons, and this will come off. I have another Umarex that takes a 177. I can't think of the name of it. You get a 177-22 that's supposed to be able to take an 88 gram CO2, and I wish the end of it slid off like that, because I never could get her to feed an 88 gram CO2 that bled out. But you're going to put this in here, and you're going to turn it clockwise. You got lots and lots of threading, and you're going to bring it in, you're going to bring it in, you're going to bring it in until you hear the air. And then this is a dead one. I shot this one out last night, and you're just going to crank it in there until it's tight and give it one last hit. And then you're going to slide this back over. Sometimes this can be a little bigger butt, and clip it on, and there you go. That's how you do it. You either use your degassing tool or just shoot it out dry, and then you can push a little clip, and you can take this counterclockwise and take this back. Yes, this does have a rifle barrel, and I believe the little O-ring you got with this is a replacement O-ring, because it looks like the one that's down on the end of this. So that being said, we know how to charge up the come on, line up. There we go. Kind of, sort of. We know how to charge it up. Now, this one has a 10-round magazine. We're going to open this up. You've seen these a lot. We're going to pop this out. Oops. And I'm going to set this down here very carefully. Get out of here. And I have some in my pocket as we speak. One of the pellets I'll be using when I do the shooting reviews, these H&Ns, I love them. They're good stuff. I had real good results with them. So what you're going to do, get this thing open, set it right there. You want this clear piece aimed upward, and you're going to see a little notch right in here. These are very common. You're going to have to hold the finger underneath. Drop, hold your finger down, drop your pellet in, rotate it to the next hole. Get another pellet. You're just going to drop it in like so. Hold your finger underneath and turn it to the next one. That's 3. Well, I'm sorry, this will be the 3rd one. And it drops down in there. We'll go to the 4th one. Then I'm going to show you something about this mag I'm a little disappointed with. I say go to the next one. You got to get them lined up there just right. And the next one. I'm going to tell you this. I shot this last night. I was very, very impressed. But we'll talk about it. The next one. I'm just going to load this one up because we're going to be shooting this puppy here in a little bit. And I'll put another one in there, just like so, with that side. Put your finger underneath, take it to the next one. And because I'm going to be shooting some Benjamin 22 out of it, and I'm going to be shooting some of these H&Ns out of it. I might be still a little bit to the right, but we're going to show you what we got going on. We go to the next one. We pop it in there, like so. Come on. And that's it. Once that's done, you want the plastic area, the clear plastic, facing back toward you. You're going to slide that into here and get it in that groove until it clicks and it's in. Once I push that lever forward, you're going to load the first shot. But I'm going to take this back out. I'm going to close that lever because that mag is now loaded for our shooting review. One thing I want to talk about, this mag, very easy to load. It's a cool system. It's easy to load. You don't have to flip this around and all that garbage. I kind of see an arrow and a marking on here, but there's no numbers in there in any way, so I can view it like an indexing it. I've looked at it with my glasses on, the flashlight and everything, and it doesn't appear to be numbered in any way, so you really have to just kind of count your shots. And then it says 22 on it. but that's all it says. So that's one complaint I have about this piece right here. So we're going to set that down. We're going to talk about another complaint I have off the top. This is the scope that comes with it, basic 4x32. It's not the best of scope mounts. You know, the little one-time screw thing here on each side, and you just got, you know, 2 screws for a ring holding it in there. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this in the near future, very near future. You can't really see any writing on her that tells you up, down, right, left. There's no markings in here. It's kind of a guess. If you've worked a lot with scopes, you'll know. But if you're new to the game, it might tell you in the manual. I haven't read all the manual, but it's not marked clearly on the scope. This scope is the kind that has that. We've discussed it before, the little plastic lock ring. If you tighten it up too much, you'll strip it, you're done. Umarex, I think you could have did a little better on that. Just straight up with you. So I'm going to tell you right now, that's a big negative in my book. But besides the 2 things I talked about with the mag and that, it holds very well, for me anyway. And really this scope, for as much as I've talked crap about it, seems pretty clear, you know, and it's nice. This gun is light and fun to shoot. It really is. It's got a really light, probably about maybe a 3-pound, I'm guessing, trigger pull on it. Like, I think that trigger, I don't know, that trigger might be plastic. I'm not sure. It's pretty thick. Another thing I don't particularly like is there's no stippling on the trigger. I like a little stippling on my trigger, you know, a diamond pattern or some ribbing down it for your finger. That's me. You know, I know you can buy little boots that go on them and stuff like that, but, you know, whatever. The gun itself is not super loud. A little louder than I thought. Maybe in a good suburban area, not so much, but where I used to live in here, this is not going to be a problem. So I don't think there's much more I can tell you about itself. I've showed you how to put the nitro cartridge in, and they claim each one of these cartridges lasts for about 40 shots. Now I shot this last night, and I got 4 mags out of it, and it still acted like it had a lot to go with. But it was getting late. I just went ahead and blew it out and moved on. So I'd have a dummy one for the video nonetheless. But I hit good, real low light conditions. So there you are. I want to get back here a little bit so you can really look at this thing. Now, to my understanding, you cannot run an 88 gram CO2 through this. It just is not set up for it. And these little boogers right here are about, I don't remember exactly, about $22 and a half for 2 cartridges. So that breaks it down to about 11 something for a cartridge. So that's something to think about. However, the advantage of this is for people that can't afford a compressor or may not be able to run a hand pump one, this would be a good alternative. I know I watched a video of the guy really talking smack about it. Oh, if you shoot this and this and this is going to cost you so much a month and all the. Well, I don't shoot that much. I shoot a lot, but I don't go through a 10 every 2 days and all that. So it does have advantages. Another advantage to this system, just like the CO2s, is you don't have that smash you get with a brake barrel, gas piston or otherwise. There's so many people complain, destroy scopes. You know, Gamo has come up with a good shock absorbing system that seems to work pretty good. But this way here, you put your scope on, you can buy a better scope, which by the way, I did buy a Mana scope put on her. I think it's a 3x9x40 AO. Because I can see some possibilities with this. I really can. I was kind of out on court about it. but I went ahead and got it. I've got it now. And like I said, I took it out last night. And despite some of the negative things I've said about this, I had a blast. So, with all that being said, there's really not much more I can tell you. So, we are going to put together a target setup about 50 yards off. And again, I'll be using these Barracudas and some Benjamin. I'll show them to you on the shooting view. And we're going to see how each one performs. I could be shooting a little bit to the right. I could raise it up a little bit. I'm not quite sure yet. But we're going to put it together, and then we'll make a shooting review. I'm going to take some time to cool my phone down a little bit. It has a tendency to overheat for some reason in these kind of temperatures. So we're going to cool it down, put it in the fridge or something, get it happening, and make it go down. And we're going to show you how it's done. That's how we do it at the Fine Can Ranch. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in a little bit.